Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever in the world. Welcome to the Armory. Welcome to Full Time Sports Network. Welcome to X as well, whilst being attacked by a fish. But I'm fine, I'm safe. I promise that it's all special effects. Welcome to Aston Villa 0, Arsenal 2 match reaction. Overall, the game was pretty poor, if I'm honest. It wasn't the greatest. That first half, I wish I could remove that from my memory because it was atrocious. Second half, better when Trossard came on, if I'm honest. Trossard was a game changer today. But obviously, we'll get onto that as well. But it did finish 2-0 to the Arsenal. So overall, you can't moan, can you? Let's be honest. And this is perfect. Big up to Silver One watching over on X. Massive statement win. It was massive statement because that was a shit performance by us, but we won 2-0. It's mad, but that's football. And it's another clean sheet. We've dominated West Midlands at the moment. Two West Midlands teams, we've beaten both of them. So I, being from here, happy as Larry. Big up to Gio Gunner saying bang bang game over. I like that. Maybe I should have put that as a title, bang bang game over. Tebby, already got your ratings in already. Hang on, I'm taking that off. I'll come back to those. I've starred them. I'll come back. Tebby always happy with the intro. Trossard has to start from now on. I'll be honest, I disagree with that due to the fact that when Trossard does start, he doesn't always perform very well. He seems to be better at coming off the bench. And same with Martinelli. Martinelli's pretty much the same as well. He's better coming off the bench. It's very weird that we've got two impact players. And as soon as one of them starts, they have a shocker. So, yeah, we need to find the right balance there somehow. Big up, Chris. Long time no see. Yeah, big up to you, mate. You joined me for the whole game. So thank you for that. We had over 6,000 people watching that stream. It was fantastic. We've got over 100 people watching now. So thank you ever so much. Really do appreciate it. But yeah, look, overall, I'm happy with the win. Because that's what you want your team to do is win. Looking at it very, very scientifically and very close up, really bad performance up until Trossard came on. No one was really no one really excelled. The only person, and I'm giving this person player of the match already, Sidpul's Raya, outstanding. Without him today, we could have easily have lost that. Easily. For me, he has. I think it will definitely be in the nominations for save of the season. If not, he might win it because honestly, that the save he did, the double save where one hit the crossbar, deflection came back. I'm critical of the defence by the way, because their reaction time was shocking. Never do F1. Then Watkins. Obviously, I think Watkins could have done better, but still, Raya still had to save that. Dead cert to be a goal, I think. But well done, Raya. So Raya's definitely, spoiler, Raya's getting my man of the match. Yeah. Other than that, it was what it was. It wasn't the greatest game, I have to be honest. I think they definitely had their chances, but Arsenal punished them. It weren't great from Arsenal until the goals. Trossard's clutch changed after that. Not good performance, but statement win. 100%. 100%. It was not a great performance. And to be honest, we did a lot of that last season as well. We played and we just managed to get wins. And you don't always have to play very well. You're not always going to play very well. You're not going to play well for 38 games. You need to play well when it matters. This game for me should have mattered because Aston Villa, top team. And for me, you should play well at every single game. But let's be honest, you're not going to. So, yeah, I'm now obviously move on to Brighton next weekend. That is going to be a test. I think Brighton are a good team. They've bought very, very well. Temi, you're spot on, mate. I was not impressed by Partey today. I was not that impressed by Rice either, if I'm honest. I wasn't impressed by Odegaard. I swear, look, Aston Villa is very close to the Birmingham airport. Now, unless he's moonlighting as one of those air traffic control dudes, I honestly don't know what all the arm movement was about today. Because he seems to move his arms, but you can't hear him. It's all well and good pointing that way, but he's not saying anything. Now, unless you're looking at him, how on earth are you going to know that you're pointing over there? You're pointing at. He needs to be more vocal. I've always said this about Odegaard. He's a very nice lad, but he needs to be way more. He needs to be way more vocal as a captain. He's so quiet, bless him. Bobby Player of the match is 100% didn't come on. He gets a 10 out of 10. He didn't come on today, so he gets a 10 out of 10 easily. Yeah, I've got Odegaard's ball in Nigeria. Yeah, less said about that shot, the better. Jeez, that was horrendous miss. Just like, oh, yeah. But I'm not afraid to say what I think. You know, a lot of people are very protective over their favourite people. I don't care. All that matters to me is my club. And for me, Odegaard needs to be way more vocal. I feel that we're so lethargic, and what I expect from our captain is just to wake him up a bit. I don't hear that from Odegaard. I don't. It was a clash in the was it the first half? I think it was the first half or early in the second half. Saliba clashed with McGinn and all kicked off over the far side. I can't remember if it was the first half or the second half. I think it might be the first half, actually, now thinking about it, because it was that way. And Odegaard was very quiet, just pushing the players away. Jorginho, who's clearly a vice captain within the training circle, was more vocal. And it doesn't surprise me, because that is the type of person Jorginho is. But Odegaard just needs to be a bit more vocal sometimes. That kid Rodgers was all over our midfield. That shouldn't happen again. Not really, I'll be honest. Look, Rodgers is a very good player. I've always heard very good things about him, but he's definitely nowhere near the finished article. But he literally tore our midfield apart today. All over. I think looking at the data stuff that I get, Rodgers was Aston Villa's best player, and by far, easily. Was their best player. Tough game today, but all it matters 3 points. Yeah, I totally agree with that. All that matters is 3 points, but I will always be critical when I need to be. It's called constructive criticism. It's not. I think as Arsenal fans, you can't always go, "Oh, everything's perfect. Everything's perfect." Things are not perfect. We've got the 3 points. Great. Let's learn from the fuck ups today, because there were some, and make sure that doesn't happen again. Because there are going to be games where we're not that lucky. So as long as we don't make fuck ups, we don't get cocked up. Exactly. I have to be honest to myself. Everyone knows the way I am. What matters to me is Arsenal. That's all that matters. I don't care if my favourite player has a fantastic game, a poor game. If he's had a poor game, I'm going to rip him to shreds. And for me, Martinelli was poor today. I didn't rate him at all. I honestly do think if he carries on this way this season, I think he's gone. You'll see this week that someone's coming in that will definitely challenge the starters. And yeah, I think Martinelli definitely needs to worry about himself. Obviously, I think Trossard, obviously long term, isn't going to be with us forever, because he is of age now. I think we lack a little bit. Yeah, exactly. And I said this to G earlier. I think selling Fabio, well, not selling, but loaning out Fabio Vieira, Smith Rowe, we have lost a lot of creativity there, because if Odegaard's not doing it, who on earth else is? You didn't see Waneri today, did we? Now, he is a creative lad. Not going to. He's around the first team, but I think maybe today and I probably do agree with this actually. Arteta didn't need to bring him on because we weren't lacking that. But yeah, and I think that is someone we'll bring in this week, someone that is creative and someone that literally just goes, you know what, you lot are really annoying me, so I'm just going to take this ball and do it all myself. That is the type of player we will bring in this week, and that is the type of player that excites me. So yeah, wouldn't mind reliving a little of that, Roger. Well, I'll be honest, I don't think you've got any chance of that. Let's have a look, see how much he would cost. Probably a lot. Yeah, it cost. He's 22. I don't know if I can find his contract. No, I have to go on to a different network. But he's going to be worth 30, 40, 50, 30 to 40 to 50 million. Now, the reason I've said it like that is because the English tax, he's an English player. You're paying from Premier League club to Premier League club. So they're going to want to add a little bit extra to that. So I'm going to save between 30 to 50 million quid easily. Raya has made us forget Ramsdale. He has. To be fair, it was nice to see Ramsdale smiling on the bench today. Obviously, they're all happy about Timber started his first game. Calafiori made his debut as well today. So positives there. So I'm going to blow my nose here before it just comes out of nowhere. So I think it's going to come out now. I think it's going to beat me here. There we go. That'll do. I'll sort my nose out in a minute. But yeah, overall, it was a decent game. Trossard had a great finish. I'll be honest, party goal, I only saw the end part. I remember Trossard was going down on the left. Something might have happened because unfortunately my Sky died. So I didn't actually see the cross. All I remember seeing is Saka passed it back and it went to Partey, and then Partey had a great shot. Martinez should have done better, but I don't really care now. No way Rodgers can't be in our starting mode. 11 Hitch. Yeah, no. I think you'll see this week who we bring in. I think it will excite some. I don't think it'll be everyone's cup of tea, if I'm honest, but got to wait and see. But big up to Arsenal. Literally watching Arsenal. Love it. Right, let's get into the stats anyway, because I want to try and wrap this up as quick as possible, because I have done the watch long. Right, so possession-wise, 39% for Aston Villa, 61 for Arsenal, 11 shots for Aston Villa, 9 shots for Arsenal, 3 shots on target for Aston Villa, and 4 for Arsenal. Just a 1 corner for us today. 4 for Aston Villa. Final third phase passing accuracy. Now, this is very important for the style of play that we play. So obviously we like to play possession football and dominate in the final third when we can to break them down. So 82% is very good, 73% for Aston Villa. XG, for all those people that love XG, I know how much everyone does. 1.35 for Aston Villa and 1.13 for Arsenal. But that makes total sense. It really does. Because if you think of the Raya save, that's guaranteed like a 0.98 in terms of XG, easily 0.98. So yeah, that would make sense. Right, let's start with the starting lineup that we went with. I think everyone would have been quite happy with this. I definitely was. Didn't have to see Zinchenko, so no offense in it, but you're not left back. Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Havertz. So we're going to start doing the ratings. Temi, obviously, I know you've put yours in. Anyone else that's watching, if you want to put your ratings down, please do, and I will go through them once I've done my ones. Just need to get back to, I have got my scores on here. Right, we're going to start with Raya. Easily an 8. Outstanding saves. Did absolutely nothing wrong. So he easily gets an 8. White, 7. Yeah. So yeah, just about got. It wasn't one of his best days. There's a lot of. Yeah, it just wasn't one of the best, but it was decent enough. So he gets a 7. Saliba gets an 8. For me, didn't happen very often last season, but Saliba for me was the better out of the 2 centre backs. So Saliba gets an 8 for me. Gabriel gets a 7. less spoke about what happened in the first half, the better. But that was stupid decision making by Gabriel, nearly cost us. So he gets a 7. Timber gets a 7. I thought he did very well. He's very competent, and he's just got that little bit of oomph sometimes. Odegaard 7. Maybe he's applying for a job at Birmingham Airport. I don't know. I don't know what this arm stuff is to do today, but really frustrated me. Thomas Partey gets a 7. I think to be honest, all three of them gets a 7. So I'm going to stick with Declan as a 7 as well. None of them were amazing. They weren't shockingly poor, but they definitely weren't brilliant today. Move on to Saka. 8. Just 8. Martinelli. Trying to think something positive about him, but I can't. So I'm gonna only because I'm giving Havertz a 7. I don't feel comfortable giving Martinelli a 7 as well. So I'm gonna give Martinelli a 6 and Havertz a 7. That's just me. I have to be honest. Arsenal giving Raya a 9. No, fair enough. Everyone knows me well enough now. I'm quite harsh on numbers. I don't. You very rarely hear a 10 from me. I'll tell you that now. Zinni gets a 10 for not playing. I really are. I know I'm harsh on numbers. People are underestimating how good Villa were. They will kill teams this season. Us beating them as we did is amazing. Oh, 100%, mate. You know, Villa weren't great today, but they were definitely better than us. And at the end of the day, Aston Villa are in the Champions League for a reason. You know, they're top 4 finishers last season. They're a good team. They've improved as well on the team they had last season. Get the 90 for getting sold. He will, well, I'm 99.9% sure he's going to get sold this week. It all depends on the Jesus situation. Now, obviously, Jesus is out. He's got an injury. Depends how bad it is. If that's a bad injury, which I've not heard it is. But if it's a bad injury, then I think we may have to think again. But yeah, the thought of Havertz getting injured and then Nketiah starting is just hurting my head, if I'm honest. So I hope that doesn't happen. So yeah, I'm going to get into your scorings now, Tem. Right, let's have a look. So Temi's given Raya 11, man of the match. Everyone else 10. Fartinelli 6. Ghost of Earth's 5. Really? Wow. I see it. So don't get me wrong. I'm definitely not knocking you because I did think he wasn't great today. No, I'm with you on that one. For me, he was totally not there. Martinelli definitely a 6. Clutchard 9. Canal Maldini 1000. Arteta 10. Understood the assignment. We'll get on to Arteta in a minute because I think we need to have a little bit of a chat, but we'll get to that in a minute. So we're going to quickly go through to the subs. Trossard for me gets an 8. I think without him, we wouldn't have won that game. I'll be honest. I think we would have been a draw. Which I would have taken a draw. I predicted 2-2 in the preview, but yeah, I think without him we wouldn't have won that game at all. Calafiori did, and you know what? I'm going to give him a 7 because what he did at the end to Martinez wound up a couple of Aston Villa players. I'll be honest, he deserves a 7 for that alone because he was fantastic. Really did cheer me up because it was a hard watch, that game. Yes, it's great to walk away with 3 points, but there was definitely some points that I'm like, oh geez, we need to sit down and have a chat about this. But yeah, Calafiori he is our Italian Benjamin, isn't he? Jeez, it's so funny. Oh, he did crack me up. So he gets a 7. Nelson, I'm not even going to score because he came on for like 6 minutes. But yeah, he came on. So we're going to mark Arteta in a minute. Big up to Moss. He's happy, back to back. Yeah, well, don't get me wrong, but you know me, I like to look way deeper than just celebrating 3 points. I need us to be perfect. And the reason I need us to be perfect is because we have a juggernaut to compete against, and I want them to be beaten. So I will always look at the little details, even if a game was won perfectly, I will still look at the little details. Party time, well done, Trust Boss, and great games. The League of Timber, well done. Saka, not bad at all. Thanks, Tross. No, I agree. But we were talking about Odegaard. I was slightly disappointed with him today. I'll be honest, I was slightly disappointed with all 3 of our midfielders. I did feel that Rodgers literally took over that midfield, which is not great, if I'm honest. Martinelli had a bad game. Yeah, just a couple of talking points, really. But we'll get on to Arteta now. Rating for Arteta. For me, he's got to have a 9, hasn't he? Because he made the substitution. So yeah, for me, a 9. I think again, if he didn't bring Trossard on when he did, you know, who knows how that game would have gone. I would have liked to see Nwaneri as well, but hey ho, not. Hang on, what's this? Oh, hang on, I'm pressing the wrong buttons for some reason. Odegaard, not bad, not great. He needs set tempo. Well, we need someone to set the tempo because today, even the commentator, I don't know what your commentators were saying, Moss. Obviously, you watch different ones to us, but they were saying like we are more dangerous when we're setting the tempo. We weren't setting the tempo today, and it was really, really bad. So I'm just glad we got the 3 points. Now we move on to Brighton, which I think is a real big test as well. Thought, yeah, well, less said about them, the better. Tross so good. Calafiori are going to be a good. Honestly, Calafiori is going to get a lot of yellow cards, I'm sure. But I just love him. It's just he makes me laugh already. The fact that he wound up Martinez and wound up a couple of their players made me smile. So yeah, but look, that is what it is. Yeah, I'm going to go fishing now, as you can see. It was hard to do today, but Odegaard, he does need make that tempo having. I agree. Yeah, well, like you'll see this week, Moss. We're bringing in someone that is got creativity this week, and I think we need that for like when Odegaard is struggling for whatever reason. We need that someone else. Now, Saka, Martinelli don't really do that. So with someone else coming in that has creativity, at least we've got someone else that we can rely on. And Nwaneri can do it as well coming off the bench. So hopefully they will be registered in time. Well, when do we play Brighton? We play Brighton on Sunday. What day do we play Brighton? Is it Sunday we play them? Let's have a look. Oh crap. Okay, so we play them at 12:30 next Saturday. That's a pain in the ass because that means we have to register that player by a certain time on Friday. Okay, Jesus. Right. Right, okay. Well, let's hope we do because I would like him to be, because I know he's playing for the club at the moment that he's at. I know he's going to be up to fully match fit. So, yeah. Okay. So 12:30. Yeah. 5:30 for you. Yeah. Well, Nwaneri, to be fair, he is, but we need to make sure we're giving him chances this season. So far, it's great to see him on the bench. But yeah, we need to give him chances. I don't think today's was the right game for him. I don't feel we really needed him today. But with us losing Fabio and Smith Rowe, we definitely need some more creativity. So the player that comes in this week will add to that. And I feel that will be a bonus eventually. But anyway, obviously we've got 300 people watching now. Thank you very much. Please do subscribe to the Armory TV on YouTube if you can. Please do hit a like on whichever place you are watching right now. But guys, really appreciate it. I'm done. I will be back tomorrow for a neutral game, Liverpool versus Brentford. I shall, Chris, if you're still watching, mate, enjoy the game tomorrow. I know you won't be in the chat, but I'll be thinking of you at the game, and I shall speak to everybody really, really soon. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, wherever you are. Bye-bye.